Well, it's a question we get asked here at Ultimate 4-Wheel Drive all the time, and that is, what are the 5 most important things that I need to do with my 4-wheel drive before I head off on the next big trip? And the answer is always the same. It's nice and simple. Now, one of the first things that I recommend anyone does when heading on a trip, especially with a vehicle like this, is actually upgrade the tyres. Now, what a lot of people don't realise is the factory tyres that come with these vehicles are a passenger tyre. So they were never intended to do the heavy-duty off-road work that we need to do in this country. We do things like corrugation, we do things like heavy-duty hill climbs, we're towing heavy things like campers and boats and caravans, and it's putting a massive load on the tyres themselves. So really important that we go for a tyre that's going to do all those things and is heavy-duty. It's got a heavy-duty sidewall, it's got a heavy-duty tread pattern like this all-terrain setup here, and that's going to work really well in a massive amount of environments, from sand to really well on the road to still good in the wet and perform really well off-road. So that's number 1. Number 2 is suspension. Again, with these vehicles, we're always looking to do stuff with these cars. So we load them up with bull bars and roof racks and draw systems and long range tanks and all of these crazy gadgets that we love to put on the car that work really well. Also, then we go and hook a caravan or a boat or something like that in behind it, and that needs an upgraded suspension because the factory gear, let's face it, was never intended to do exactly what we're doing here. So by upgrading suspension, we're able to tailor-make the vehicle, and most of these cars are great quality and they come with a lot of good features that enable them to do that. But by upgrading the suspension, it means we're going to be able to safely do all these things, head off into those big trips. So suspension and tyres, they're the 2 most important things. Now, number 3 on the list would be upgrading the electrical system on the car. Again, just like the suspension system and tyres, the electrical system was intended, put there by the factory, to keep the main battery charged up. Now that's all great and well until we start fitting additional things like fridges, additional lighting. We get caravans hooked on that we're trying to charge battery systems up, so we need something that has that extra grunt to be able to deal with all those things. And upgrading the electrical system in the form of a heavy-duty dual battery system with heavy-duty batteries, a proper charging system that's actually going to be able to charge these batteries up 100%, and a high quality wiring harness and platform. And you can see here's an example of our famous Ultimate platform system with all the goodies in one location, just like your meter box at home, so you can go to one handy location and actually access everything. So tyres really important, suspension absolutely premium, and electrical system to be able to run our fridges and our extra gear is absolutely spot on. What's number 4? Well, the good old bull bar. Having a bull bar on your vehicle is really important. Now, especially if we're heading off on those outback adventures, I know I do, and I know a lot of other people like to drive through the night, or you just may get caught out with that freak kangaroo that decides to jump out of the road in front of you. Really important to have a high quality bull bar. Not only can we mount things like spotlights and aerials and winches, and we can actually jack off them with a high lift jack. There's so many features that are on them, but it protects all the vital, important parts of the car, the radiator being number 1. And it really only takes a small animal strike without a bull bar on to actually disable the vehicle completely. So bull bar, really important part if you're going to be traveling in the outback. And again, that'll be number 4 on my choice. It's one of the most important things that you need to have. What's number 5? Well, number 5 would be storage. Now, having the right roof rack on your vehicle, and you can see here's an example of a high quality roof rack on this car. Now we can fit massive different range of options, from jerry can holders to additional spare wheels to gas bottle holders. In fact, you name it, we can put it up on the roof rack. So to be able to have that extra storage capacity, to be able to take this car off the beaten track, is really what it's all about. Now, part of that extra storage capacity also comes down to what's in the back of the car. Now, the last thing we want is all of our hard-earned money going flying around the back of the car on that off-road trip, especially if it does get a bit rough. And a high-quality set of drawers like these RV storage solutions are absolutely premium, and you can see they fit in the vehicle. They are tough, really strong, and they look like they're meant to be there. Not to mention a heavy-duty fridge slide, so we can put our fridge on and really start touring the country. So let's recap over what we've spoken about. Tyres, super important. Suspension system, really well and truly up there. We spoke about the bull bar, we spoke about the electrical system, and we also spoke about storage. So they're 5 really important points, but that's not all. There's more stuff, and it really does depend on the exact type of trip you're doing. So for all the expert advice, come down and see us at Ultimate 4Wheel and we're going to be able to tailor-make the most important things that you need for your 4Wheel to go on the next trip. Because look, it's all about necessities and luxuries, and we like to make sure that you've got the right necessities for the right trip to get you there and back and have an absolutely awesome time. So looking forward to seeing you down at the store and hope to catch up with you soon.